Good morning and welcome to the regularly scheduled September 9, 2025 meeting of the House Committee on Finance. Clerk Campbell Crawley. I got that right, didn't I? It's been a while. Please call roll.
Chair Tisdel.
Here.
Representatives Frisbie.
Here.
Vanderwall.
Present.
Leitner.
Here.
Martin.
Here.
Posthumous. Alexander.
Here.
Aragona.
Here.
Schutte.
Here.
Hoskins.
Here.
Carter.
Prior notice given.
Neely.
Prior notice.
Neely's here. Okay. Breen.
Oh, she is here. Oh, I'm sorry.
Young.
Good.
Young. And Pies. Okay, Mr. Chair, you have 12 members present. You do have a quorum.
And Representative Pies did give me prior notice directly. We're doing better this morning at this than I thought. Is everyone here to go ahead and vote, or do you want me to wait? All right, I will do that.
You're amazing.
Because I'm magnanimous. We're going to skip right to testimony on.
Can we adopt the minutes?
Yes, we can. I do need a motion to adopt the minutes from the last meeting. Representative Alexander, thank you very much. And we will go at ease.
The committee will come back to order. Chair Tisdel, please begin your testimony whenever you're ready.
Thank you, Chair Frisbie and members of the committee. House Bill 4747 is really very easy. And as you'll recall, in our very first meeting in the House Finance Committee, one of the things we talked about in basic economics is you get more of what you subsidize and less of what you tax. And this is an exact example of that. In the state of Michigan, 529 accounts, which are federally approved, IRS certified accounts using pre-tax dollars, they grow tax-free, and for qualified expenses, they can be withdrawn tax-free. In the state of Michigan, you only get the state income tax deduction for 529 accounts that are domiciled within the state of Michigan. Now, the map that I have up right now, all of those blue states allow you to get a state tax deduction regardless of where the 529 account is. And that's all we're asking for here. If there's a better 529 account out there nationally, for whatever reason that your family has chosen to participate in, why do we penalize them by not giving them the 4.25% tax advantage here in the state of Michigan? Again, you get more of what you subsidize. This is certainly a behavior that we want to encourage. You can use 529 accounts for education expenses under the Achieving Better Living Experience Act. You can use 529 for health expenses. You can use them for college expenses. And as you can see here, this is just since January 2020, adjusted for inflation. Hospital services and healthcare expenses are, apparently cost containment hasn't kicked in quite yet. And then you can see college tuition and college textbooks are right up there. So this is the purpose for 529 accounts. We want to encourage participation. My guest with me today is Jenny Brown. Jenny is the Chief Executive Officer of Dutton Farms. They are an organization that provides job training and skills development for special needs adults. And I'll just turn it over to her to let her talk to you about the ABLE portion, the Achieving Better Living Experience Act portion of 529s.
Thank you. Good morning, Chair, Vice Chair, Vice Chair, Vice Chair, Vice Chair,
Close
and members
enough.
of the committee.
Yeah, there you go.
All you really need to remember is chair.
Chair.
So,
Okay.
This is true.
So yes, I'm the CEO of Dutton Farm. We work to empower and support adults with disabilities to live with purpose, inclusion, and dignity. And so my ABLE accounts and 529 tax credits are critically important to the individuals that Dutton Farm serves. Right now, we serve somewhere between 150 and 180 individuals every single week. So currently, Michigan residents with disabilities are limited in their options when it comes to using tax credits or their ABLE accounts. This restriction hampers individuals with disabilities the opportunity to explore potentially better investment options that may exist in other states. By expanding the scope of these tax credits, we are encouraging greater utilization of available financial tools. But I'm not here to school anyone on the technicalities of this bill. I know you all understand that, but rather to bring a human element to its importance. So my ABLE accounts are important to the individuals that we serve for a couple of reasons. First of all, those who are working, to be able to deposit their paychecks and not worry about going over the asset limit from SSI restrictions that will impact Medicaid. As we all know, the unemployment rate for adults with developmental disabilities is astronomically high. So as we move towards us as an organization and other organizations across the state, exploring more competitive and integrated employment opportunities for individuals with disabilities, it's going to be very important that we provide access to saving options so that these individuals are not hampered in their work experience because of the negative impact to their SSI or Medicaid. However, even more importantly, many folks who are not working, oftentimes after rent is paid and their food is purchased for the month, they're left with oftentimes less than $50 for transportation, hygiene products, haircuts, clothing, etc. So just last week, I heard from one of our participants, a manager informed me, one of our participants whose parents are no longer with us, and these parents were not able to set up an ABLE account and didn't really understand how all of that worked. These individuals weren't, or this individual wasn't able to even afford undergarments and were left with nothing. And so us as an organization, we went out and purchased things for them, but because they had no money and no access to savings. And so options for investment for parents of individuals with disabilities to be able to build up a savings account, because as you can imagine, if they can't afford basic things like haircuts, they're not going to be able to afford maybe a dental procedure that's out of the scope of what Medicaid will cover. So additionally, and this will be my last comment, I know also other parents that I actually just talked to yesterday that are investing in Ohio's ABLE account. I think it's called Stable, even though they're not receiving the tax credit because they see the benefits as the Ohio ABLE account as more effective for their two sons. They have two sons with autism. They decided to forego the tax credit and use the Ohio ABLE account anyway. And I can get you more information on that if that's helpful. But I appreciate your time and attention to this matter and moving this legislation forward.
Great, thank you. And then, Chair, we have a gentleman on Zoom, and if we go ahead and take his testimony now and then open up for questions.
Let's go.
Good morning. Thank you for allowing me to be here today. My name is Kyle Innes. I'm with the Securities Industry and Financial Markets Association. We are the largest national trade association representing broker-dealers across the United States, including 41 of our 41 broker-dealers that have their main office in Michigan, and hires of hundreds of thousands of employees and registered representatives in the state. Just here today to thank you for taking this up and to offer our support for HB 4747. A lot of the benefit has already been laid out and explained. As was said, this is a very straightforward, simple bill. One piece that I would like to emphasize, in addition to what's already been spoken about, right, is that there's about 48 different plans out there in the United States right now to choose from. And they all have different investment objectives. They all have different benefits. They all have different program structures. And as individuals really start, these were originally just designed for higher education, right? But now, as you see these the expansions into ABLE accounts. Just last year, Michigan updated its code to allow these college savings accounts to be used towards apprenticeships and vocational schools, right? So you have more and more varying types of investment objectives for families. And, the investment objective of someone, a grandparent opening up an account to help save for their future grandchild is very different than, a high school student already working their first job who wants to save up for 2-3 years to help go to a vocational school, right? I mean, those are, again, very different objectives, very different priorities. And there are different accounts and different programs out there that are right for those situations. So by passing this through, enacting this into law, Michigan's going to allow folks to really have the freedom to go out and choose which one best fits their situation, which is going to lead to better outcomes, less debt, earlier capability of buying a home, an opportunity for folks of upward mobility. This helps towards coming out of school or apprenticeship or whatever vocational training you have debt-free. Is really kind of one of the first steps that's been identified to helping create new generational wealth and upward mobility. So we're just here to express our support for this bill. And thank you all for your time.
Thank you, Kyle. Do we have any questions from the committee? Seeing none, we'll go back at ease, unless you have anything else, sir.
That's it.
All right.
Office, Representative Hoskins, a couple of months ago regarding an individual that was redetermined and lost her job because of the redetermination status. Reach out to your office. Your office was wonderful and helped us
All right,
navigate
that's enough.
navigate through the redetermination process. Her name is Chomei. She is now still employed. Her services have been reinstated. And I just appreciate that you're responsible for a lot, but your office zeroed in on the one and didn't let her fall through the cracks. And so I really appreciate that.
And I have to give all the credit to Nathan in my office, who was really on top of that and made sure that I went through the process. And Senator Moss's office too was really
100%.
helpful in that as well.
So
Thank you. Thank you so much for that.
We'll call this meeting back to order, and we'll move along to votes. House Bill 4375, we'll need a motion to move that forward. Representative Aragona. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
On the motion to report, Chair Tisdel,
Yes.
Representatives Frisbie,
Yes.
Vanderwall,
Yes.
Leitner,
Yes.
Martin,
Yes.
Posthumous, Alexander,
Yes.
Aragona,
Yes.
Shooty,
Yes.
Hoskins,
Pass.
Carter,
Yes.
Neely,
Pass.
Breen, Young,
Pass.
Pies.
No.
Mr. Chair, you have 9 yea, 1 nay, 3 pass. The motion prevails.
So House Bill 4375 will be reported with recommendation. House Bill 4376, need a motion to adopt that. Thank you very much. Representative Shooty, clerk, please call the vote.
On the motion to report, Chair Tisdel,
Yes.
Representatives Frisbie,
Yes.
Vanderwall,
Yes.
Leitner,
Yes.
Martin,
Yes.
Posthumous, Alexander,
Yes.
Aragona,
Yes.
Shooty,
Yes.
Hoskins,
Pass.
Carter,
Yes.
Neely,
Pass.
Breen, Young,
Pass.
Pies.
No.
Mr. Chair, you have 9 yea, 1 nay, 3 pass. The motion prevails.
And House Bill 4376 is reported with recommendation. Need a motion to excuse absent members. Vice Chair Hoskins makes that motion. Seeing no objections, motion prevails. Oh, did we need to read something in?
They'll be on the record.
We have cards and they'll be on the record. They all say wonderful things about me, which is quite amazing. So with that, the meeting is adjourned.